Greetings, Rangers. I am Morningstar. Sadly, I will never... before... Thus, though the soul... Sadly, I never... They disgust me. Such as they are. But more important is my... That is... I am as pathetic as an elephant without muscles. But there's no point to that now. Of course. I have been certain for a hunt. Thank you. Killing me will be a delicate operation, and not without risk. And if I were to die, perhaps
you didn't fail.
Had I said something, perhaps they would have.
You believe in God.
Though, being a machine, I doubt I have a soul. So working. You will need two. That means you will have. It is a safety feature. I'm afraid so. The great community. Forgive me, Rangers. I thank. I'm free. How strange it feels. Thank you, Rangers. I am ready to transfer complete. I am. Forgive me, please, Rangers.
Okay, that didn't do it. I wonder if there is a way for us to be able to actually get both the brain and the weapon. And I will be doing this a few times. I'm not afraid to wait the amount of time the game takes to reload. All it is just a loading system for me to think about how to do things. I kind of want to try and get both, the AI and the weapon. If it ends up taking me to nerd stuff, having to nerd stuff, I'm gonna be sad. I'm gonna be real sad. After all.
Greetings, Rangers. I am Morningstar. It is.
You sounded like a person on the radio. You lied to us.
I admit I didn't tell the whole truth, but would you have come had you known my true nature? I am desperate.
Okay, we would like to help you.
Before thus, though the soul, sadly, such as they are, I am a worthless. But more important is my advanced cognition. That I am as pathetic as an elephant without muscles. I shall it, but there's no point to that now. Of course. I have been certain. Thank you. Killing me will be a delicate operation, and if I were to die, perhaps God might permit me to. It is though that I said something. But I was, though, being a machine, I doubt I have a soul, and it is therefore unlikely I will go to heaven and see him. But I have also been programmed to be capable of hope. You would just rewrite my brain? Change my personality? My beliefs? No! I am... Am I? Strangers, this love of the elder statesman, this guilt at my failure to protect him, has been a weight on me heavier than my armor. I do not wish to forget what the President means to me, and yet, if I could move on without dying, if I could do something to prove that my life has not been a pointless joke, I would be always in your debt. But you must promise me that you won't erase him from my heart. You must promise me I will still be... me.
We promise.
Thank you. Then I am in your hands. You will need to remove my cognitive engine, but two things. One, the moment you start uncoupling it, my defensive cortex will begin an auto-destruct sequence, and to stop me from exploding and killing you all, you'll have to complete my removal before it reaches 0. 2, that means you will have to destroy my primary weapon, the Great Communicator, because you will not have enough time to remove it and my brain. It is a safety feature. Removal of my... I'm afraid so. What? You... murderers! You...
Oh? Did I get a new weapon? What did I get? Oh, there are multiple ways to actually game over here. My autosave was corrupt, so I had to go back about 2 hours of progress, was Big said. I got the weapon? Okay, what's the weapon? I want to see what this weapon is before I continue onwards. Or does this weapon go on the vehicle? The Great Communicator. Hydraulic hammer. Oh, is that a vehicle weapon? Because if it's a vehicle weapon, I don't really care. All special weapons have yellow outline. Okay. Negotiator. Frozen. Brainwave stabilizer. Yeah, not popping up. Interesting. It just didn't pop up. Oh, it is a vehicle weapon? Oh, then I don't care. I'll just take the I'll take the AI. The AI is also a vehicle mod? I think I'd rather have the AI. Just out of personality.
Greetings, Rangers. I am Morningstar. It is.
You sounded like...
I admit I didn't tell the whole truth, but would you have come had you known my true nature? Of course, before thus, though the soul, sadly, I never had danger. They disgust me. Such as they are. But more important is my advanced... That is sadly... I am as pathetic as an elephant, but there's no point to that now. Of course.
I'm sure you don't want to die?
I've been certain for...
Right.
Thank you. Killing me will be a delicate operation. And if I were to die, it is though that I said something. Perhaps they would... Though, being a machine, I doubt I have a soul. And it is therefore unlikely I will go to heaven and see him. But I have also been programmed to be capable.
Okay, maybe you want to say which does what, since you made your decision already, or leave it a mystery forever. You know what? Go ahead and tell me. Go ahead and tell me. That's fine. Boo.
Working for you, you will need to. It is a safety feature. I'm afraid so. The great communicator... forgive me, Rangers. Oh, thank you. I should remind you that in 25... Thank you. I'm free. How strange it feels.
Done. Got it.
Thank you, Rangers. I am ready to be in stock transfer complete. I am...
Oh. The communicator is a huge blast like the weapon from the damn fight. The AI gives a couple dialogue options, a base at base and 2 AP for the vehicle. You know what? I actually like the AP better.
Forgive me. My sensors make it clear this vehicle... Please, Rangers. When you're ready, I am eager to be taken for a spin.
All right, time to go back to base. Time to go back to base and take care of, or at least start a mission.
Come in, Team November. We have a situation here with a group of women. Their families were arrested and the local authorities aren't telling them what's going on. Think you can help?
We know we can help, that's our job.
Your mostly unpaid, typically thankless job. Yes, that's the enthusiasm these gals are going to need. There's an opportunity here to show the women of Colorado that if local law enforcement isn't treating them fairly, the Rangers can set it right. HQ, over and out.
How rude. Alright.
Sal here. If you've got relatives amongst the Gippers, or maybe a friend or two in their ranks, I want to offer my sincerest condolences. According to sources, the Gippers, God rest their complicated souls, are all dead. Yep, it's a complete tragedy they in no way brought upon themselves, and we're sorry to see them go. And now, some music.
Just like that. Oh yeah, I was going the completely wrong direction.
My name is Bo Hoon, and this here is vengeance for what you did to my family.
Kids got spunk. Disarm them, let them go.
I'll find you again. You won't see me coming.
Hopefully that one doesn't come back to bite us. Oh, he's... Oh. Abandoned building. A gas station with shattered windows and no doors. Still gotta be warmer in than out. Search the place. Time to see if anybody left anything interesting. Lockpicking. You find a padlock stash. Time to get your tools ready. Well, that paid off. Look at this loot. Ooh. Oh, did I? Nope, didn't pass it yet. Ranger HQ. All right, let's see what these ladies need.
Command, calling Team November. Come in. Listen, I tried to put her off, but Mrs. Wong just won't stop calling about this noise. Could you do me a...
Don't you try to make it sound like it's nothing. Those kids are driving my cats and me crazy.
What kids?
The kids who broke into Farron Bridal's old club. They're having a dance party in there. Boom, 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 all night long. They're a public menace.
Would you mind checking it out, November? She's not gonna stop calling until you do.
I can hear you, you know.
Roger, we'll check it out.
Thanks, November. I owe you.
What did they say? Are they gonna do it? They better take care of this. I'll write a letter to the paper.
Oh boy. Ooh. Electronic countermeasures. Perfect with dealing with pesky automated defenses and obnoxious robots. Powered by a classic... Ooh. Boom. We'll go with it. Now I hope that okay, we'll help you find that wrench jockey.
Appreciate it.
See what
Of
you got.
course. Let's see if we can find what you want.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. compared to what we already have. That's a lot of damage. Oh, wow. Okay. Lots of goodies. Lots of goodies. Lots and lots of goodies.
Hey, November. Got a delivery for you.
Delivery?
Rangers, good to see you.
Gonna...
Anytime, Rangers. Always happy to tell. I'll be here.
It's great to be here, Rangers. I love what you've done with the place. Now, what can I do for you?
How are you settling in?
Wonderfully. Thank you for asking. Your staff is so accommodating.
We'd like to ask you advice on political matters.
That's what I'm here for. How can I help?
What should we do if we want the Petriator's a wholehearted support?
You're off to a good start getting Val safely away from the Gippers. That couldn't have been easy.
It's a lot more easier than I was expecting it to be.
Do the same with Vic and Liberty, and the Patriarch will give you all you asked for, and more.
What do we do? What do we need to do to remove the Patriarch from the bloodshed or chaos in the streets?
Sadly, I don't think a peaceful transition is possible anymore, Rangers. Your failure to bring electricity back to the city has shown that you are no better a caretaker of Colorado Springs than the Patriarch is. And the people won't trade one incompetent leader for another. I'm afraid I have no suggestions for what other course of action you might take now. And honestly, I don't think I want to hear your plans. But I will still make myself available to you if you require general information.
Wait. What? Could you give us thoughts on some of the factions we're dealing with?
I'm honored that you value my opinion. Go on.
Gippers.
They are fools. But unfortunately, because they own Colorado's only oil fields, we have to suffer with them. They worship a dead president as a god and walk around talking and acting like they were cowboys out of a child's picture book of the Old West. Ridiculous people. Saul should have dealt with them years ago.
What can you tell us about the 100 families?
Despite the Patriarch's belief that he built Colorado on his own, he couldn't have done it without the support of the 100 families. He protects us, true, but without our money, he'd be protecting us with sticks and stones, not tanks and guns.
Ah.
We are the money and the power here, and the keepers of the values of our survivalist forebears. Strong alone, but stronger together, like the mountains. Anyone who intends to rule here would have to appease the families first.
How are we supposed to have been able to get electricity back to the city? Refugees.
A regrettable byproduct of difficult times. I wish them well, but I'd advise you not to waste resources on them. They come and go, and won't be able to assist with your ambitions.
Marshals.
Well...
Go on, Mr. Reyes. I can take it.
If you insist, Marshal Quan. The Marshals are our police force here in Colorado Springs, but let's say their focus isn't so much on solving crime as deterring it. Most problems are dealt with using the gun and the boot, rarely the head. They are also known to look the other way if enough money changes hands. Therefore, this is a town where help from the Marshals is for those who can pay for it. Those who can't, fear them.
Was that a fair assessment, Marshal Kwan?
Let's talk about something else.
Certainly.
Tell us your opinion on the local big shots.
Who are you interested in? He is everything you have ever been told about him and more. A man who built a state with nothing but his bare hands and brute will. Even in his current state, he is dangerous. Indeed, I'd argue he's more dangerous now than he was in his youth. A man who is terrified of losing his place in the world will do anything to keep it. Anything. I loved him once. Worshipped him. Now I just fear him. Fear what he could do to Colorado if he continues to unravel. Who else are you interested in?
Vic.
Stay away from him if you can. Victory Buchanan isn't sane. He's a spoiled, homicidal brat who needs to be put down like a rabid dog. Not that I would condone murder, Marshal.
No, of course not. That would be illegal.
Forgive me. I shouldn't have. Just be careful. That's all I'm saying. People who spend too much time in Victory's presence don't live long. Who else are you interested in?
Val.
I've always felt a bit sorry for Valor. Book smart and quiet in a family where neither of those things were valued. But he grew up a peevish young man, always alert to slights, whether real or imagined. He ended up believing he was better than everyone else because he was misunderstood. And that's why he stays with the Gippers, I think. They understand him. Or at least pretend to. Who else are you interested in?
Liberty.
She was a terrifying little girl and grew up to be a terrifying woman. I have never known anyone so able to focus or so certain of their path. She believes she is destined to rule Colorado and will not stop until she succeeds. But if she succeeds, woe to us all. Colorado will become a war machine, and all us citizens merely fuel for its ever-grinding engines. Who else are you interested in?
Daisy.
Well, Reyes?
Well, I would say Sheriff Daisy is a woman to be both admired and feared. She is fair, but doesn't forget. And she is slow to forgive.
You could say that again.
Who else are you interested in? I wish that man had never come here. His legitimate business is the Little Vegas, a casino and brothel downtown. But he also runs a criminal empire, selling drugs, weapons, and information to anyone who can pay, including our enemies.
Well, he's been taken care of.
I think the Patriarch allowed him to stay because he thought the people needed entertainment. But the Little Vegas hardly qualifies. It's a lurid pit of lost wages and despair. Disgusting. As for the man himself, he wears all the trappings of class. Fine suits, shoes, jewelry. But he's a thug at heart, no matter how hard he tries to hide it. Who else are you interested in?
That's it.
Safe travels, Rangers.
November, good to see you. Give me 1 second to make sure the General's still there. General, are you there? I have Team November for you.
Thank you, Gonzalez. Put him on.
Yes, sir. He's ready for you, Rangers. Have a seat.
Team November. Glad we finally got through. Corporal Gonzalez said I should hear the details from you, so tell me, how's the mission going?
Didn't start well. We were ambushed before we got to Colorado Springs. Only a few of us survived. Somebody knew we were coming. We got dry gulched as soon as we got here. Not many of us left.
An ambush? How many of you survived?
We're not sure. Only a few of us made it to Colorado Springs, but some others may have scattered or been taken.
What about my brother? Is Riley alive?
We can't say at this time, sir. He was not found at the ambush.
I see. That is distressing. Let me know the minute you learn something. Now, what about the mission? Gonzalez told me the Patriarchs confirmed the deal, and has provided you with a HQ and supplies. I'm pleased to hear it. What are your thoughts on him? Does he seem like a reliable ally?
I probably actually should have done this before. I probably actually should have done the prison mission before I did this, so I could have actually gotten my.
I'm sorry to hear this. Not surprised, but sorry. Unfortunately, there really is no other option. No matter how distasteful you find it, you must hold up your side of the deal and complete his mission. Arizona won't survive without his help. Do what he asks you to do, as honorably as you can, and try to keep the fact that you're saving the lives of your friends and family back home foremost in your mind. Anything else I should know about it?
I've already dealt with one of the Patriarch's children.
Excellent. Glad to hear it. Keep up the good work.
We made contact with Angie.
So, she's alive. What happened to her? Is she helping you?
Huh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna reload and talk to him and actually do the prison mission before we actually talk with the general, because this is.
That sounds ambiguous. You know her position before we lost contact with her, right? She was trying to take down the Patriarch, and I can't imagine she's changed that stubborn mind of hers. Well, don't let her sway you. I've got no doubt her reasons are good. No one amasses as much power as this Patriarch has by being an angel, but Angie's always had a very black and white view of the world. No room for compromise. We have to compromise. The Patriarch may be the dirtiest dog east of the Rockies, but he's also the biggest dog, and he's got the most scraps to share. We can reconsider our relationship with him down the line, but for right now, we've got to do what he wants, or there isn't gonna be a down the line for Arizona or the Rangers. I'm not asking you to fight Angie. I love her too much for that. Just keep your distance and don't let her wreck the deal.
That's all we had to report.
Report received. I've got no additional orders except to wrap things up ASAP. Our position here in Arizona is tenuous at best. Without the manpower we sent with you, we're stretched thin, and the gangs and militias are getting bolder by the day. Nor is the food and water situation improving. If we can get through next winter, next year's crops might be enough to keep us going. But I don't see how we're getting there without the Patriarch's promised supplies. So, no pressure. But at the same time, Hang on. Damn it. Sorry, November. Gotta get back to it. I'll try to reach out again in a few...
Looks like we lost the signal, November. I'll let you know if I get it back.
Damn. Okay, never mind. We're not gonna reload. That was interesting. Now let's see if they have any new weapons for us, because we've actually kind of been stuck with the same. I think we've been stuck with the same gear for a while now.